the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards.
2016 Academy Awards kicked off with a bang thanks to the monologue expertise of this year's host, Chris Rock, who went in hard on the biggest elephant in the room, #OscarsSoWhite. Today's episode of Newsfeed is brought to you by T-Mobile. With double the LTE coverage, you can know it all from almost anywhere. It's no secret the Oscars has a reputation for lacking in the diversity category, so host Chris Rock went in during his opening monologue, leaving nothing off limits. Chris Rock was given the platform to speak about one of the biggest issues that plague the Academy, and man oh man did he put them on blast.
You realize if they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job. So y'all be watching Neil Patrick Harris right now.
After a montage was played at the top of the show that showcased the various movies released this year, both nominated and not, Chris joked that he counted at least 15 black people in the footage, basically to point out that there were performances by black actors to nominate. However, the Academy chose to go in a whiter direction. Chris highlighted the controversy that there were no black nominees, which led to pointing out the fact that many black actors decided to boycott the Oscars. However, Chris made it clear that he was not about to pass up on hosting this gig.
And people are like, Chris, you should boycott. Chris, you should quit. You should quit. You know, how come it's only unemployed people that tell you to quit something, huh?
Chris brought attention to the fact that this year is not the first year the Oscars have been populated by white people, joking that since this year marks the 88th Oscars, there had to have been at least 71 other years that were also hella white.
I'm sure there were no black nominees some of those years, say 62 or 63, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest at the time.
Hence, the 50s and 60s being an especially effed up time to be black in America. Chris relieved some of the tension in the audience with a lighthearted Jada Pinkett Smith joke, saying, quote, "Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited," which was hilarious, but don't worry, he stated a disclaimer saying no shade intended. But then you could just tell that every white person's butt in the audience stiffened with a touch of awkward tension when Chris gave this reason why the Oscars would be a little different this year.
This year, in the in memoriam package, it's just gonna be black people that were shot by the cops on their way to the movies.
Chris went in, and I love him for it. He kept it real. But after addressing racism in Hollywood, Chris pointed out that the controversy isn't all about race. Sexism was another touchy subject, especially since reporters have been told in the past not to ask the women walking the carpet what they are wearing because men are never asked about their fashion. But Chris went in again, pointing out that not everything is about sexism or racism. Men get asked more because all of them are literally wearing the same thing. Good point. Chris's monologue came to a close with him stating that the bottom line at the root of all of the racism controversy in Hollywood is that black people simply want to be given the opportunities to also be nominated for roles. No shade, but he made the point that Leo may not get Oscar recognition for his work, but at least he gets offered the roles. Chris killed that monologue, and it will be interesting to see how people respond, so let us know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and then click right over here to see who took home an Oscar this year. Thanks for checking in with Clevver's 2016 award show coverage. I'm Misty Kingma, and I'll see you next time. Click to the left to see who took home an Oscar for Best Actor, or click to the right for Best Actress. Thanks again to T-Mobile for sponsoring this episode. Click to the right to stay in the know almost anywhere you go with double the LTE coverage.